It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Good evening. Welcome to Week 5 coverage of Pennsbury Falcon football on the WBCB Sports Network. Tonight, the Pennsbury Falcons host the Titans of CB South. Welcome to Falcon Field, to beautiful Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania, as we get you ready for kickoff on the McCaffrey's Game of the Night. And tonight's game brought to you by McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Thanks also to Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Penn Community Bank, St. Mary Medical Center, the Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, the Pennsbury Education Support Professionals, PNC Bank, the Trentonian, and this is the Trentonian pregame show. Kickoff coming up in a bit. But before we get to that, we'll share a performance with the Pennsbury Falcon Marching Band, the Long Orange Line. It's Be Our Guest night, so the middle schoolers also here with their instruments ready to entertain the crowd at the beautiful Falcon Field. And thanks also to Jammer Doors, to Di Lorenzo's Pizza, the Pennsbury Football Parents Club. They asked you to come out and support the Pennsbury Falcons thanks to BAI Security Systems, the Peruzzi Auto Group, Charcoal BYOB, Yardley Family Haircutters, Villa Rosa Pizzeria and Italian Restaurant, Puss in Boots Tavern, Lower Bucks Hospital, Kramer's Bakery, thanks to Junior's Car Wash, now open right on the corner there near Pennsbury High School at Hood and New Falls Road, Hood Boulevard, New Falls Road, Junior's Car Wash, thanks to Johnson Chiropractic, and to Yardley Pharmacy and Supply. All right, another big one, fellas. We got Ben Goldstein and Gus Barber joining us to help break down the action. Falcons 2-2, and another undefeated Central Bucks team. This time it's the South Titans who come in at 4-0. And, they've had wins, a close game over Father Judge, took care of the Truman Tigers pretty handily, lopsided win over Council Rock North Indians, and then last week, a rivalry game. They beat the CB East Patriots, a 13-6 score. And Ben, we'll turn to the band in just a little bit, but I'm kind of expecting a low-scoring game. Both of these teams have great defenses, and I don't know that. Like last week's score, 13-6. Pennsbury only were able to score 3 against Central Bucks West. These two teams are pretty much led by their defenses.
Yeah, talk about from going from one defensive gauntlet to the next. The Falcons can't catch a break against these Central Bucks teams. Points are going to be very hard to earn tonight, as you said. Pennsbury desperately needs to win this game if they would like a chance to get that repeat at a Suburban 1 National Division Championship. But this defense for Central Bucks is really, really, really good. They are allowing only 5.8 points per game, as they have not allowed many points to anybody, and it's been a very impressive run for this defense.
Yeah, very stingy defense that the Falcons run into tonight. And for Pennsbury again, it's a Hall of Fame recognition night, and the Long Orange Line about to do their thing. We've got Daniel McDevitt, one of the members of our crew, down there with the microphone, so hopefully we get some good sound as the Pennsbury Marching Band performs on Be Our Guest Night and Hall of Fame Recognition Night. The Falcons hosting the CB South Titans. Some high school football on WBCB. And Gus, great to be back here for another week at the new Falcon Field with the new lights and the new turf and the new everything.
Oh yeah, it's skeptical out here. It's cool to be back. It's still not feeling like it's Falcon Field as somebody who is used to the old rundown natural grass kind of field, but it's beautiful. It's great to be back, and the fans are here too. This place is absolutely packed tonight.
Last week, the Falcons ran into CB West, 20-3 the final. They were only able to manage a 37-yard field goal from Angelo Pereira, but they look to turn the page on that game and get back at it tonight against CB South. There are a couple of changes. For instance, at cornerback, you had Nate Begley at one side of the field. They're going to move him potentially back to safety, maybe mix in Duron Adams at one of the cornerback spots. Also running the football. Again, they've been leaning on Jordan Zerniak pretty heavily, and one of the split ends that's going to be out there to start is McGinty. So just a couple of tweaks with the personnel as we get ready for Week 5 action on the WBCB Sports Network. Tonight's game brought to you by the Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. And don't forget to watch the Coaches Roundtable every Wednesday night at 7. Video streamed live from Sandy's Beef and Ale and brought to you in part by Lower Bucks Hospital. Since 1954, Lower Bucks Hospital has supported the youth of our community and is an acute care hospital. Yeah, expecting a good one. And like Ben said, Pennsbury cannot afford to suffer another league loss after falling to CB West. After tonight's game, they hit the road for a couple of weeks. Central Bucks East next up for Pennsbury, and then they'll play at Penridge. And here is the long orange line as we crank it up for the Pennsbury Falcon marching band. Again, kickoff coming up. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. All right, another great performance from the Pennsbury Falcon Marching Band, the Long Orange Line. And on Be Our Guest Night, everybody invites the youngsters. We got some up-and-coming cheerleaders down there with the Pennsbury cheerleading squad, and all of the middle school musicians are invited to join the Pennsbury Falcon Marching Band for a performance of the national anthem, which we're going to get to in just a little bit. McCaffrey's Game of the Night on the WBCB Sports Network. Chris Ermer along with Zach Crane doing our camera work. Gus Barber, our video engineer. Daniel McDevitt is down there, got the microphone going so we can hear the band, and he'll be providing a halftime scoreboard update, and also going to take a look at what's happening across the Pennsbury athletics world at halftime. And Ben Goldstein helping to call the game and keeping all the stats for us. We'll take a look at starters for both teams as we're getting closer to kickoff. Again, Central Bucks South, an unblemished 4-0 record, taking on the 2-2 Pennsbury Falcons, and 2-2, but they played pretty well, and up against a really nice, really good CB West team, able to hold them to 20 was pretty good. And unfortunately, Ben, they also made some mistakes, turnovers, that kind of thing. They had some good-looking drives that unfortunately they just couldn't, end up putting in the end zone.
Yeah, the ball was just not dropping Pennsbury's way last week. There were 2 costly fumbles that costed them on their best drives.
Yep.
They ran into a wall of a Central Bucks West defense. Their only points came off of a field goal. And Ben Primichuk, DeLorenzo's player of the game, said after the game, the CB West matchup that we just lost, that was going to be our hardest game of all the games we play this year. And we were pretty sure about that. But after that, he said that they were not going to let that loss make them lose 2 weeks in a row. They were going to take away from that loss and move on and focus on for this game.
As they say, flush it and don't look back.
Exactly.
And we'll see what happens this week. And it'll be interesting to see. CB South is going to have something to say about CB West being the toughest team that Pennsbury is going to be facing this season. Again, they come in 4-0 and kind of got a lift last week, beating their rivals, CB East, 13-6. All right, so right now the middle schoolers heading out to the field. That'll give us a moment to let you know that you can come back home to traditional Italian cuisine and pizza. Come back to Villa Rosa in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center in Yardley. Longtime supporter of Pennsbury Falcon Athletics on WBCB. They are the real deal. And for over 30 years, family-run restaurant, extraordinary Italian dishes and pizza for lunch and dinner at very reasonable prices. Traditional pizzas to gourmet pizzas, plus hot and cold subs, sandwiches, wraps, burgers, and more. Dinner entrees, including fresh seafood, specialty pasta, and they got chicken and veal dishes, special kids menu, BYOB, eat in or take out, and Villa Rosa also caters. Villa Rosa, open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Friday and Saturday, they're open till 11. And on Sunday, they are open 10:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Villa Rosa in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center near McCaffrey's at 661 Heacock Road. Not only Be Our Guest Night, but also Hall of Fame Recognition Night. Billy Bethel from the 2017 Pennsbury State Champion Baseball team, one of the inductees, and we'll hope to share that ceremony with you at halftime.
There are a lot of middle schoolers in this band. The future of the Long Orange Line is looking bright.
Well, keeping people active and healthy since 1991, Dr. Rob Johnson at the Johnson Chiropractic Center, 175 South Main Street in Yardley. From elite athletes at our local schools to senior citizens, Dr. Johnson's goal is to keep you moving. He offers functional one-on-one fitness training and will increase your strength and flexibility at any age, especially senior citizens. And they also offer nutritional advice and complete chiropractic care. The Johnson Chiropractic Center features all the state-of-the-art workout equipment you find at the big facilities, but in a much more intimate and comfortable setting. For more info and a free consultation, call 215-321-3100. That's 215-321-3100. Dr. Rob Johnson, for over 30 years, keeping people active and healthy at 175 South Main Street in Yardley. Other action on the WBCB Sports Network tonight: Neshaminy visiting Abington, and Notre Dame taking on Robbinsville.
Yeah, and as you speak, actually, Chris, that Notre Dame game went live as we were speaking, so should be a fun one. 4-0 Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
And now we rise for the national anthem and get you closer to kickoff on the McCaffrey's Game of the Night. Getting you ready for some high school football on WBCB. And again, don't forget to watch the Coaches Roundtable every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Ben Primich not only was our DiLorenzo's player of the game last week in Pennsbury's loss to CB West, he also was our guest on Wednesday night at Sandy's Beef and Ale. And that show brought to you in part by Lower Bucks Hospital. Since 1954, Lower Bucks Hospital supporting the youth of our community and an acute care hospital. Thanks to Daniel McDevitt, who went down there with our wireless microphone and I thought caught some pretty good sound for the long orange line and the extended or expanded band for the national anthem. All right, so kickoff here in just moments. CB South led by head coach Tom Hetrick. And of course the Falcons with head coach Galen Snyder back in his second season. After a hiatus, he was away for a little bit, and now back with the Falcons, bringing that ground and pound approach back to Fairless Hills. And hey, more than securing your home or business, and the Pennsbury Falcons hoping to secure the football tonight. That was one issue last week against CB West, but you want to secure your home or your business, BAI Security got you covered.
Good stuff, Chris.
Just got to hit up my guy Neil over there at BAI.
Yep.
BAI.
And they do all the security
BII.
stuff, right? But then they also can take care of your loved ones with the home medical bracelets, like the trip and fall stuff. The same things you see on TV, but now available from BAI Security. They also offer fire extinguishers, sales, maintenance, and inspection of fire extinguishers through BAI Security for complete security, including wireless systems, remote systems, fire alarm systems, carbon monoxide systems, remote systems, I think I said that twice, medical alert systems. Call BAI Security in Lower Bucks at 215-493-1414. That's 215-493-1414, or visit BAInow.com. That's BAInow.com. And Yardley Family Haircutters, a full-service family barbershop, kids cuts, hair coloring, and shaves. Dave Wells and his family been part of the community for over 50 years. Yardley Family Haircutters, a town institution. Call for an appointment at 215-321-6900. That's 215-321-6900. Yeah, last week Falcons held to just 122 yards on the ground, and that's not what you expect from a ground and pound offense. The week before that, Gus, I think they were over 300 yards gained on rushing the football.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off what you said with that BAI security read, that the holding on to the football has been a big issue, not just last week, but for the whole season. It feels like almost every game, except for I believe one game, there's been at least one fumble for this Pennsbury team, either lost or recovered. But for a team that loves the ground and pound, that's the big thing that they're going to have to take care of going down forward into the season.
Yeah, we're at the ground and pound rodeo tonight. Yeehaw, because it's a Western night, right? Ben, you were...
Yes, it is Western.
Like the student theme, or student section each week has a different theme.
Yep.
This week, I see some cowboy hats down there.
So should we be talking in our country accents?
I think so.
Our country boys down there about the ground and pound.
We were stating all of our amazing sponsors. Thank you to them. But also sponsoring the game tonight is the wind. It's going to be very windy tonight here in Fairless Hills. I believe we're getting up to 26-mile-per-hour winds tonight. So
that could be a factor.
Expect some more grounded and pounded with that wind.
Yeah, it has been encouraging to see Coach Snyder call Nate Bigley's number to go through the air as the Pennsbury Falcon quarterback over the last couple of weeks when the run game hasn't worked. They have thrown the football a little bit, but Ben, I think you're right, going to be a more buttoned-up approach tonight with the wind and that being somewhat of a factor. Fortunately, we're not here tomorrow. It seems like that's going to be a total washout with a ton of rain.
Yeah.
But everything expected to hold off until midnight tonight, at least in Fairless Hills.
Just can't rain on Sunday. I'm going to the Phillies game on Sunday. Cannot rain on Sunday.
We'll try to speak that into existence.
Please.
As the Pennsbury Falcons get set to take the field and take on the CB South Titans on a Friday night under the lights and the new LED lights, the new turf. I think, Ben, I saw something in your preview where the capacity here at the stadium is a little more than 5,000.
It's it's around 5,400 hold here at Pennsbury.
Oh, pretty full here on the home side.
Yep.
And here's PA man Dan Mahoney.
The legend, Dan Mahoney.
And he welcomes first CB South, the
And
Titans.
here come the Falcons.
It's the McCaffrey's Game of the Night on WBCB, and a beautiful night. It will be a little bit breezy. There's a lot of cloud cover. Temperatures maybe going to be dipping down into the 60s. It was pretty chilly last week out here. I don't think it's going to get quite that cold, but I guess with the wind chill, it's probably going to feel a little brisk down there.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit chilly down there, especially with the wind, but nothing that Pennsbury isn't used to, playing football around here in the PA area. It gets a little cold, and what do they say? It's perfect football weather when it's a little bit colder, so it should be a fun one. And talk a little bit about what we talk about in the pregame. This ground and pound offense, a little trouble with holding the rock, but so far so good on offense.
Oh, the other thing important to note, some changes I mentioned. Nate Bigley might be moving to safety, and they might have Duron Adams move up into the quarterback spot. But the other big development last week in the CB West game was an early injury on the Pennsbury Falcon offensive line. Rocco May went down, and it looked like initially it was his ankle. I'm hearing it was either his tibia or his fibia, but it was a break, I believe.
So I have a word from my sources. It is a broken ankle for Rocco. So it's not looking good for his return this season. Surgery up in the air at the moment from what I'm hearing.
And that's meant some changes along that offensive line. Of course, A.J. Carticello has now moved in and taken over at center for Rocco May. And then that allows them to keep everybody else kind of where they have been at, keep everybody comfortable in those spots, like Uriah Smart over at the right guard spot and Tyler Robinson at the right tackle. And now also Connor O'Brien has been getting settled in at left tackle, Chris Roush at left guard, and as I said, now at center, A.J. Carticello rounding out the Pennsbury Falcon offensive line. And captains at midfield for the coin toss. We'll see how we get tonight's game underway. But when you have a ground and pound attack, any changes along that offensive line can be disruptive, and it seemed like it was something that the Falcons couldn't overcome, at least in last week's game, and now they get a whole week to get everybody on the same page.
Yeah, a whole week to get everybody talking, figure out who's going to be playing where, and tweak some things out. But it's going to be interesting, especially like you said, for a team that loves to ground and pound the ball. The offensive line is your lifeline. But to talk about what you said a little bit in the pregame, last week, a really great job by this Pennsbury defense to hold a West team, a CB West team, to not that many points. I think it was 20, I believe it was.
Yep.
Yeah, so a great job by this Pennsbury defense, and a great job all year. And that starts with the big guys like Eric David, Ben Primich.
Eric David, another guy that they're moving around tonight,
Yeah.
Gus. They're going to have him playing running back. He's been a mainstay on defense for the Falcons. Out there for Pennsbury, you had Parker along with Seacrest. Ben Primich, one of the captains tonight, and their long snapper and one of the split ends, Nick Vavleka. And it was a toss that was won by CB South. They'll defer to the second half. Pennsbury gets the football first tonight for the McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB.
Yeah, and I think that switch to making Eric David a possible running back can only do wonders for that offense. You see what he brings to that defensive side, the energy, the talent. So sliding him into putting him more on the offensive side, I think can only do wonders. And putting Bagley back up at that safety, try to make him that free roaming man. I think this defense, it's already looked good, but it may be look even better.
Well, Pennsbury will start on offense tonight. We mentioned the offensive line. Left tackle Connor O'Brien. Left guard Chris Rouse. Center is going to be A.J. Carticello. Right guard Uriah Smart. Right tackle Tyler Robinson. You have one of the split ends, Aiden Parker. The other split end is McGinty. Nate Bagley at quarterback with Jordan Zerniak, one of the running backs, and he'll be joined probably by Duron Adams as he may move up a little bit and be carrying the football.
I would also
tonight.
I'd like to see a lot more Jaden Bright in this game. He's been, in his carries in the last couple games, he has been extremely impressive for the Falcons. Against Council Rock South, he recorded 133 yards, and I think it was 12 carries. I would like to see him tonight.
Nick Esterly has it teed up for the Titans, and we are underway tonight. High school football on WBCB. Ball dropped, pick up, dropped again. It's loose. There's a battle for it, and I believe the Falcons are going to come away with it. Fortunate for Pennsbury, Luke Bagley, he bobbled the kick, but he was able to get on it and secure the football for the Falcons at their own 19-yard line.
Yeah, talking about scary, your stomach in your chest right there when opening kickoff, you fumble it, try to pick it up, bobble it, and a rugby scrum, a dog pile at the end to see who comes up with it. Thankfully, it was Pennsbury's ball, though.
That's how you start a football game right there.
Fight for the football, won by Bagley, and now his brother Nate Bagley at quarterback hands the football off to Jordan Zerniak, who's over the 25-yard line up to the 26. And that's a nice 7-yard pickup for the Falcons on first down. Defensively for CB South, along the defensive line, Eddie Bowen, one of their defensive ends, Justin Dwyer, their interior defensive lineman with Tim McDonald. At the other defensive end, you have Roland Hess, a two-way player for CB South. Outside linebackers are Corey Moore and Jim Wade. Inside linebackers, Adam Oscar and Sean Moskowitz, as Bagley takes the snap. Gives again to Zerniak, and Zerniak has what he needs for a Pennsbury Falcon first down. Looked like he picked up 3 as he's got it out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, great job there. Fantastic run, getting to the line, doing a little move and finding the hole, and not only finding it, but hitting it and getting a first down there.
A 4-yard pickup rounding out the Titan defense. You got Jack Maws, Matt Harmon, and Sebastian Passione, their defensive backs. And the Falcons another handoff, and a carry this time for Jordan Brensinger. And Brensinger picks up 10 yards. He's up to the 40.
I feel like we haven't heard his name in a few weeks.
And I think that's one of the other changes, little tweaks that the Falcons were making. Move Brensinger up, have Duron Adams play on the defensive side of the football. More snaps for Eric David tonight on offense is what we expect to see. Falcons on the move, first drive of the night. Bagley under center, fakes the handoff, and he's going to keep it. Has a blocker, and he follows that blocker, but the Titans converge a 4-yard pickup up to the 44-yard line. And hold on a second, the officials blowing the whistle. A timeout taken by the CB South Titans, an early timeout on this opening Pennsbury drive. And with a timeout on the field, we let you know it's time to view the world through Jammer Doors and Windows, a family-owned and operated local business since Babe Ruth started playing for the Yankees in 1920. And today, Jammer continues to swat home run sales, service, and installation of garage doors and openers, entry doors, patio doors, storm doors, and windows. Jammer Doors features Raynor garage doors, steel or aluminum, and crafted for dependable, long-lasting service. Jammer Doors and Windows, they do their own work and installation using no subcontractors. That saves you money. Avoid the big box stores and save with Jammer Doors and Windows. Visit their showroom, 2850 Brunswick Pike on Business Route 1 in Lawrenceville, and in Yardley, their showroom, open by appointment. Call 215-493-7709. So CB South not liking what they're seeing on this opening drive, as the Falcons have gotten some good chunk plays on the ground. And from their own 19, they've moved it up to their own 44-yard line, 2nd and 6. And they give it to the wingback, Brensinger. And he is hit, and he can't get away from defender Adam Oscar. The linebacker brings him down, a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and after 2 early first downs in this drive, it's a tester right here with 3rd down and 5.
Matt McGinty comes in with the play, and now they'll split him out wide to the far side of the field. Everybody else in tight, and the give is to Zerniak. Zerniak trying to bounce it to the outside, but couldn't get there. Good play by John Henson. No gain. Falcons looking at a 4th and 5.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised the way – oh, no, never mind. I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if Galen goes for it here with the way the season has gone, but looks like he's sending out the kicking team.
Yeah, it's going to be Toby Kubitsky. Maybe he also was thinking a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
You know, play field position,
Absolutely.
Trust the defense.
And the way the defense is playing right now for the Pennsbury Falcons, I said it a little bit in the pregame, they're playing great. So try to let them go out there and keep your team in it.
Jack Maws awaiting the kick at his own 26.
Ooh, good
Kubitsky,
kick.
a spiraling kick, comes down across the 25 and kind of takes a little bit of a skip across the 20 to the 18-yard line, and that's where CB South will start with the football on their own 18. 1st and 10. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB, and again, thanks to Yardley Family Haircutters, a full-service family barbershop, kids cuts, hair coloring, and shaves. Dave Wells and the family been part of the community for over 50 years. Yardley Family Haircutters, a town institution. Call for an appointment, 215-321-6900. That's 215-321-6900. For the Central Bucks Titans offensively, you got Mizuski at left tackle, Conti at left guard, Padgett at center, with Roland Hess, that two-way player, playing right guard, and Colin Getter at right tackle. Jake Menaker, their tight end. The two guys they split wide are usually Jack Maws and Dylan Fisher, their wide receivers, as quarterback Owen Pinkerton from the gun claps his hands, takes the football, and gives to the tailback. Ooh. And a run right up the gut. I believe that is Lenardi.
Yep.
Powerful run by Anthony Lenardi. He's run for 3 touchdowns so far this season for the Titans.
Lenardi ending with an I or an E?
With an I.
Okay.
8-yard pickup on 1st down. He'll be spelled sometimes by Corey Moore, another running back who's picked up 4 TDs for the Titans. Pinkerton, man in motion, and on the pitch, Noah Rice bangs into the motion man, but that play blown dead. The guy who was moving was Jack Maws, And offside is the call on the Pennsbury Falcons. So maybe they had a guy lined up across the neutral zone.
Interesting. I thought I saw an offensive lineman move a little bit. I thought it was going to be a false start, but either way, the play doesn't count. But Pennsbury letting the boom stick out right there, as even if the play doesn't count, they're letting the physicality show.
Yeah, big crunching hit from Noah Rice. The penalty gives the Central Bucks South Titans a first down.
That hit is called setting the tone right there. They show that they are here and ready to play.
1st and 10 for CB South. Pinkerton claps, takes the football, was going to be a quarterback keeper, and it goes nowhere. Ben Primich is there. Defensive penetration, another tackle for loss, picking up right where he left off last week.
Last week's DeLorenzo's the Berg player of the game. Ben Primich last week, he had 13 tackles, and 2 of those were for losses. He got another one right there.
Maybe a situation that calls for a throw. Owen Pinkerton has thrown it not a whole lot. He's 13 for 20 for 167 yards, has thrown 4 touchdowns, but also 1 interception. 2nd and 11. Moz, the motion man. And a little pitch on the counter. And that's a pickup for Leonardi. An 11-yard gain, no, 12-yard gain. That's enough for a fresh set for the Titans.
Anthony Leonardi on the carry.
Up to their own 42.
Looked like
Little trickery there.
He just roamed his way through that defense. It looked like he was just bouncing back and forth, running through that defense. A huge gain for the South Titans.
As we go under the 7-minute mark, first quarter, McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Pinkerton barks out some orders, moves some guys around, and there's Leonardi. Takes the pitch, tries to get to the outside. Positive gain for the Titans. Almost up to midfield. They'll say now he's a couple yards short of midfield, down at the 48. Darius Simmons pushing him out of bounds out there. Second and 4. Titans' first drive of the night. Falcons stalled out kind of right around this spot on the field. Their first time with the football. Pinkerton takes the snap. Gives, I believe that might have been Leonardi again. It is. And second effort, getting him close to a first down, but they're going to say he's still a yard short. 3rd and 1. One of the guys there defensively, Liam Davis.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. Big chance right here for this Pennsbury Falcon defense to show this South team that there's some big dogs. Get a shout out for the Eagles dogs.
Got it.
Everybody under center. Looks like maybe a quarterback sneak because Pinkerton takes the snap, gives the football, and it's a 3-yard pickup for a CB South first down. They give it to Leonardi.
Yep, again.
Leonardi on the carry again.
And he's up to the 46-yard line.
Also again on the
Pennsbury defensively, you got Liam Davis at defensive end, Andrew Dale, Sean Seacrest, the 2 interior defensive linemen, with Chris Karamis at the other end position, Ben Primich and Walker Murray, the 2 inside linebackers, with Noah Rice, one of the outside linebackers, as Pinkerton again from the pistol. 1st and 10. Gives to his tailback, and not this time. Chris Karamis there, along with Walker Murray, to stuff that one. It's a 1-yard gain.
Number 3.
Oh, that was, excuse me.
Leonardi on the carry.
Oh, yeah, Leonardi.
It looks like number 3 came up with the ball.
Come on, Ben. Stop messing Chris up.
2nd and 9.
Yeah.
Also out there for Pennsbury tonight, Nate Bagley now playing safety.
That one's on me.
And I believe on that same side of the field, you got Darius Simmons at that cornerback spot. Again, a little pre-snap movement. They fake the pitch. It's a quarterback keeper. Wow. Pinkerton has it, makes a cut at the 20 to the 10, and he goes into the end zone for a touchdown. Looked like one Falcon defender might have had an angle on the Titan quarterback, but they can't get him. And it's a touchdown. CB South.
It's a 45-yard touchdown right there for South. The Central Bucks South Titans are averaging 28.6 points per game. They're scoring a lot, and they're doing it on the first drive of the game here at Pennsbury.
Makes it 6-0 as they look to add the extra point out there for that. You got Brendan Hazel. They place it down for him at the low kick, but he gets it over the upright.
He hit it off one of the
and through.
He hit it off one of the poles right behind the field goal, so it hit it and just bounced right back.
But it counts nonetheless. It was low, but it means it's 7-0 as we come back up the field with 4:25 remaining in the first quarter. First drive for CB South resulting in a touchdown. Tonight's game on BCB brought to you by Jammer Doors and Windows. And thanks also to Charcoal BYOB in Yardley. If you're looking for creative dishes with beautiful river views in a down-to-earth American cafe, Charcoal BYOB overlooking the Delaware in Yardley. Their food locally sourced and seasonally inspired. Bring a bottle of your favorite wine and enjoy exceptional cuisine created by executive chef brothers Mark and Eric Plesha at Charcoal BYOB. Find out about menus and more details at charcoalbyob.com. Teed up there by Esterly. And the ball comes down again, bounces around. Zerniak picks it up on the rebound, and good thing he was there. Right place at the right time for Jordan Zerniak. Took a little bit of punishment after he was able to secure the football. I thought that one might have come loose with the shot he took.
These special teams for the Falcons are very messy early. Two field goals that they've had to pick up, and they've been diving around for both of them.
And right there, they'll start at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. And we saw some positive things on their first drive. They were able to move it from their 19 up to about the 50, but they weren't able to go any further. Here's a quarterback keeper by Bagley. Tries to get to the outside. And CB South able to get a bunch of defenders over there. Bagley wouldn't go down until there were 3 or 4 Titans around him. And what looked like was going to be maybe back to the line of scrimmage, they pick up 3 yards. As Matt McGinty comes in with the play. Clock down under 4 minutes. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Chris Ermer with Gus Barber. Ben Goldstein, Zach Crane behind the camera for us. Daniel McDevitt will have our halftime scoreboard look. And on 2nd and 7, Zerniak keeps it moving. He just keeps those legs churning. Picks up another Falcon first down. He was tackled by Dan McCusker and actually took McCusker for a ride for a couple of yards at the end of that play.
Going for a ride.
14-yard run for Zerniak.
Falcons move it up to the 37 as Aiden Parker comes into the huddle. And now they'll split him to the near side of the field. Everybody else in tight. And it's a quarterback keeper by Bagley. Looked like he had it in the belly of a running back, but then pulled it out because there was nothing there up front. Good job by the guys up the middle. A gain of a yard. 2nd and 9.
They gave him 2 per the PA.
Yeah, but not over on the far side of the field.
Oh yeah. PA and the refs aren't on the same.
Double wing formation. McGinney gives to the running back. And Zerniak with some heavy traffic up the middle. One of the guys there, Eddie Bowen, the Titans defensive end, helping to make the stop. Zerniak up to the 41. 3rd and 6. A.J. Carticello breaking the huddle in there at center this week for Pennsbury. Bagley fakes the handoff, keeps it himself,
Ooh, nice
makes
block.
a move up to the 50, makes another cut to the far side of the field. He's got running room out there, tracked down by Matt Harmon. But a huge explosive play for the Pennsbury offense up to the 20-yard line, a first down and more.
Bagley got a really good block right around the 50 on this side of the field, opened up a big hole, and he broke for a lot of yards. 41 to the 20, so let's do some math here.
I mean, once he gets into open space, really an impressive runner. As the quarterback sets him down again, gives to Zerniak. Zerniak banging off one defender, another tackler finally brings him down.
So if my math is correct, that's a 39-yard run for Nate Bagley, and I should be because we're for the 41 to 20. So
that time on first down, Adam Oscar making the stop for the Titans for no gain. So it's 2nd and 10 from the CB South 20. Great to have you with us on Be Our Guest Night from Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. Again, Bagley, that double wing formation, and he fakes the handoff. He's got it himself. Was trying to wait for some blocking to develop, but really no daylight for Bagley. Picks up 2, just pushing the pile.
And I think they're not going to be able to get another play off before this first quarter's ends.
Yeah,
watch this.
we get down to under 10 seconds to go. They're going to have to hurry.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. And they might just run out the
And
clock
I think
here.
they're happy to just let this final second
Yep.
run off the clock. And we'll flip the field. After one quarter, it's CB South 7, Pennsbury nothing in the McCaffrey's Game of the Night on the WBCB Sports Network.
It's time now for the best high school sports action from the
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
All right, after one quarter, CB South in front of Pennsbury 7-0 high school football on the WBCB Sports Network tonight.
We want to welcome the special band members and cheerleaders here to be our guest night. Several of the middle schools were involved with the band, and cheerleaders look a little younger than that, but we're glad to have them here.
And we are also happy to have you with us tonight on WBCB. The Pennsbury Football Parents Club asking you to come out, support the Falcons. Look for the program books, the spirit wear. It's on sale at all the home games. After tonight, going to be on the road for a couple of weeks, but we got more home games yet to come and more great high school football to share with you on WBCB. All right, back to action, but they didn't quite have the sticks set. So Falcons with it. Looking at a 3rd and 8 from the CB South 18-yard line.
And I'm kind of surprised, Chris, that they didn't even try to attempt to run a play at the end of that first quarter.
And off the wing comes Brensinger. Brensinger up to the 10, and it looks like that's going to be enough to put the Falcons in a goal-to-go situation. Yes, 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. You know, the other thing, Gus, though, Coach Snyder never seems like he's in a hurry.
Never.
And whether it's sticking with the ground and pound approach or letting the time come off of the clock, and especially this early in the game, you don't have to be in any kind of hurry. Just take it at your own pace. And this time they'll hand it off to Zerniak. Zerniak
on the carry.
bangs into the first defender that he sees. That's Adam Oscar. And he couldn't quite get away. Oscar able to stick with him.
I've heard Adam Oscar's name a bunch of times tonight.
It'll be second and goal for Pennsbury.
So second and goal after a gain of a couple. They'll say second and goal from the 7. Just underway in the second quarter, now down under the 11-minute mark as Bagley under center. He's got Zerniak there as the tailback. The give goes to Brensinger, who comes off the wing and lunges forward at the 5, down to the 4-yard line. So third and goal from the 4.
Didn't move.
Moskowitz, number 48 on the tackle.
They'll give the stop to Moskowitz there.
Third and goal for the Falcons.
Falcons trying to respond to the Titans' opening drive tonight, which put them on the scoreboard at 7-0 right now.
The Falcons are still looking for their first touchdown on the new turf here at Falcon Field. Will it come here?
Bagley sets him down, gives to Zerny. No, he keeps it himself.
I think
And
he's
he's
short.
stopped at the 1-yard line, just short of the goal line.
Wow.
Nate Bagley on the carry.
Wow, it looked like the near side official. I thought he had his arms raised. But the far side official, I think, felt like he had a little bit of a better view on it. And now 4th and inches.
Yeah, and it was close, but even from up here, it looks like he was stopped very, very short.
Aiden Parker comes flying in with the play. Maybe just a quarterback sneak right here.
Nice little tush push.
Let's see it.
Nope, Bagley will hand it off to Zerniak, who goes over the top and into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown for the Pennsbury Falcons. And they're on the scoreboard tonight. It's 7-6 in the McCaffrey's game of the night with 9:23 to go in the first half.
And it's a monumental touchdown for Zerniak and the Falcons. It's their first here at the newly renovated Falcon Field.
All right, so here is my recommendation for our Pennsbury people. I'm going to pass it along to the scoreboard operator as Pereira comes out to add the extra point. It is up and good, and we come back up the field. The score tied at 7. I don't think they should ever take the score off the scoreboard. You could show other graphics and other videos.
Like right now.
Right, but the score should always be up there, like on a strip somewhere.
Yeah.
Like they have this strip at the bottom where they can put it right there.
But,
Or keep it at the top.
Right, so fans, people can always look back, like at the halftime when they had Chuck Kane's ceremony, which was awesome last week. Basically, that was all that was up on the scoreboard. And I don't know, I think that's one little tweak that I would make here, that you should always be able to refer to the time and the score on the field. Right now, the score 7-7. Pennsbury and CB South. We're working out the kinks. We'll see if they...
It's game 2. It's game 2.
If we run that idea up the flagpole, if anybody salutes.
Never heard that one before. That was good. Just come up with that one, or is that like a...
That's a classic. I pulled that out of the archives. Yeah, that was old school, going up over the pile for Zerniak. That was like some Herschel Walker stuff. Talk about going back to the archives.
I was going to say Barry Sanders, but Herschel Walker's a good one too.
All right, Pereira has it teed up. His kick is high and short, comes down at the 30-yard line, and a return there, up to the 40, to the 50, and one move made. A nice return by Dan McCusker. You know, McCusker, he was in a position where a lot of guys will just fair catch that ball or make the grab and kind of take a knee. He made the most of it. Nifty little return, and it's a good spot on the field for the Titans, all the way up to the Pennsbury 22-yard line here to start this drive. But that's one thing with the Falcons I would adjust. I'm making adjustments now. But I would say, man, have Pereira kick that ball long.
Yeah.
He's doing that Yeah, that's by design. The kick that they are attempting right there is Pinkerton claps his hands, gives it to Leonardi. Leonardi with a burst right up the middle, across the 10, down to the 7-yard line, rips off a gain of 14, and puts the Titans in a goal-to-go situation. First and goal from the 6.
16-yard run.
Timeout on the field. Yes, Pennsbury taking a timeout with 9:06 to go in the second quarter. And gives us a moment to let you know that for complete automotive service, trust the Peruzzi Auto Group for value and service on all makes and models. Free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service. They do 10% military and law enforcement discounts. That's on any service performed. And if you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th tire free at Peruzzi. All service performed by certified technicians. Peruzzi, with big, comfy waiting rooms at their dealerships and free Wi-Fi. Also offer early drop-off. Peruzzi service open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays open 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 in the afternoon. Peruzzi Auto Group, service for all makes and models. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where our business is you. Out of the timeout. Second and goal for CB South. From the 7, and pre-snap movement, the flag comes flying out, and early indication is that it's going to be another offsides on Pennsbury. But I didn't see anybody jumping. I'm not sure if they have some personnel that's lining up across the football. But they'll move it half the distance to the goal. That's down to the 3-yard line. It's still first and goal, so first and goal from the 3.
I thought it was first and goal. I didn't want to say anything, though.
That's all right. I need correcting sometimes. I need adjustment, too.
I put it down as first and goal on the computer. I'm like, wait, am I wrong?
They move some personnel around, Leonardi now in the backfield, and that looked like Pennsbury came across, but now official says they were pulled across. It's a false start on the Titans. So we'll go from the 3 to the 8. And another first and goal play coming up for the Titans. Again, Pennsbury from here. Road games coming up at Central Bucks East next week. Then taking on Penridge before coming back home to Fairless Hills to battle the Knights of North Penn. From the 8, Pinkerton fakes the pitch, keeps it himself. And the Falcons get to him. Dale, one of the first guys there to get his ankles, and Vivleka finished him off. Up to the 6 goes Owen Pinkerton. He's got the CB South touchdown on a quarterback keeper. It looked like kind of the same play right there. This time the Falcons get to him. Second and goal from the 6-yard line. Again, pistol set. Leonardi gets the give and gets nowhere. Noah Rice, one of the guys there. And Ben Primich gets in there. I don't know if that was, they'll say no gain. I thought that might have been a loss. So now third and goal from the 6-yard line. Not exactly a goal line stand, but the Pennsbury Falcons,
they will take it. They will take it nonetheless if they can get it.
Looking to make a stand.
Be a big stop here.
Pinkerton drops back, looks to throw, pump fake. Now will turn it upfield, but only turns it upfield momentarily before he is caught and brought down by Walker Murray.
He had absolutely nobody open. Great defense from Pennsbury, and it looks like the Titans will look for 3.
And their place kicker, Brendan Hazel, will now look for a connection from 22 yards.
Good old Chris Irmer High School kicking right here.
22-yard field goal attempt. It is up and good.
Heads up, band.
That was a strong kick and a really well-executed snap, placement. And 10-0 now the score.
10-7.
Yeah, 10-7, pardon me. After a 22-yard field goal for the Titans. Well, that's kind of a win for the Pennsbury defense. You get down there, first and goal from, at one point they had it first and goal from the 3 before they had a false start, moved it back, but Falcons stopping them inside the red zone.
Yeah, obviously giving up points is not ideal, but from the field position they started with that punt return, or that kick return from the Titans, getting that stop on the 3, that's a good stand from the Pennsbury defense, and it's a positive sign.
Yeah, you got to credit them with solid play on that series. Now the offense will look to get it back. Esterly, their kickoff guy, has it teed up. 7:02 to go in the first half. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. McCaffrey's Food Market's exceptional every day. Bit of a longer kick and another one that bounces off of, that time it was Duron Adams, popped off of his helmet. And again, the guy who was there, Jordan Zerniak, good heads-up play. He's able to secure it.
That's 3 kick returns attempts from Pennsbury, and 3 have ended in diving all over the place.
Yeah,
Mayhem.
Three botches, 3 bobbles, 3 adventures for Pennsbury on those kickoffs. But they do have it back, 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Fortunately, they haven't lost any of those balls. But yeah, it's put a couple extra bumps in the chest. Bagley sets him down. Brensinger in motion. Bagley's going to keep it. Throw. And had C.J. Weiser, but the throw a little bit low, incomplete.
Bagley might have had a hole there to break loose for a couple of yards. And I don't know. He didn't look completely set when he attempted that throw. It was low.
But he did have his man open. If they could have connected, Weiser.
He was all alone back there around the 45. He
had quite a bit of space around him. Yeah. That's pretty tempting when you see that as a QB. But Bagley also the ability to have a big play. He's got the one explosive play for the Falcons who put them.
But if you're going to attempt that kind of throw, you got to make sure you're set first.
Put them down the field. They're close to scoring position where they capitalize. 2nd and 10, handoff. And Zerniak hits a wall of Titan defenders. One of the guys there for them was Roland Hess.
So tonight we've seen no Duron Adams at running back. We've seen no Jaden Bright. It's been a lot of the Jordan Zerniak, Jordan Brensinger show. Zerniak has 9 rushes. Sorry for cutting you off. Zerniak has 9 rushes. Brensinger has 4.
And now the Falcons behind the sticks with a 3rd and 11. Everybody in tight. And Bagley hit as he throws. The ball is up there for grabs, and it's intercepted by the Titans. CB South comes up with the pick. There was backside pressure, and Adam Oscar, he's made a bunch of stops, and now he comes up with a diving interception.
That shows you how much that Rocco May injury is going to hurt Pennsbury. Offensive line was not there that time. Central Bucks South ran right through that offensive line, got right to Bagley, and he had to get it up there so he didn't lose a bunch of yards, and unlucky, just went right to the Titans.
Yeah, they talk about how important especially the left side of the line is because it protects the quarterback's blind side, and Bagley did not see that rush coming at all, so as he let it go, the ball hanging up there, and the Titans take it away. And now Pinkerton from the gun gives to Leonardi. Leonardi runs into Walker Murray and just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So now the Falcons defense going to be called on again to stop the Titans on a short field. Last time they held them to a field goal. As the clock ticks down close to the 5.5-minute mark of the first half tonight. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. At halftime, it's Hall of Fame recognition night, and we'll share that ceremony with you. Also go over first half scoring, have a halftime scoreboard with Daniel McDevitt as Pinkerton claps, looking for the snap, fakes the give to Leonardi. It's the quarterback keeper again for Pinkerton. He's got a first down up to the 10. That's a 13-yard pickup and a CB South first down.
So will this be an extended halftime because of the South band plus the ceremony? So will we have a little extended halftime?
Possibly.
That's good because I got to go to the bathroom.
I know they're probably going to try to fit everything into about 20 minutes. So now, after the first down, 1st and goal for CB South. Pinkerton gives to Leonardi. Leonardi weaving through some traffic. He gets up close to the 5, and after the play, a flag comes out. After the play was dead, there was some additional pushing and shoving all the way back in the end zone, well away from where the ball was, and that's what brought the flag out. If this is against Pennsbury, it's going to put the Titans half the distance to the goal. This would be big. If it's against the Titans, it's going to push them way back.
Yep.
It is a personal foul against CB South.
Ooh.
Oh, man, that's got to drive Coach Hedrick nuts because
Yeah.
that was totally away from the play. Just kind of looked like some personal stuff out there.
From the 21.
So now 2nd and goal. Titans all the way back to their own 21. And here, this is a more spread look as they got 2 receivers split to the near side. We haven't seen this, and the Pennsbury Falcons, they look maybe not ready for it. They call a timeout with 4:34 to go, second quarter. Here in a 10-7 game, McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. Thanks to Kramer's Bakery in Yardley, baking things great since 1946. Handmade baked goods, made fresh daily on the premises. Kramer's features custom cakes, dessert cakes with real fruit, cheesecakes, Danish, pastry, and their own fresh donuts, muffins, and more, including fresh bread and rolls. Kramer's Bakery, they also have dessert trays, perfect for the office, corporate affairs, or gifts, breakfast trays, cookie trays, and more. Kramer's Bakery, 14 East Afton Avenue in Yardley, open Mondays 9 to 6, Tuesday through Saturday, open 7 to 7, and on Sundays, open 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And remember, everything is baked fresh right on the premises. 2nd and goal from the 21 for CB South. Pinkerton with an empty set. It's a quarterback keeper, and he's brought down by Walker Murray, but after a gain of nearly 10 yards, I think they'll give him 9 yards on that pickup. He gets up to the 12, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 12-yard line.
Looks like they went right back to where they just were.
Yeah, they got penalized for a personal foul. Got pushed back, and that, again, got them kind of back in business. 3rd and goal from the 11. Pinkerton throws on the slant, and nearly a tip interception. Ball intended for Jack Maws. And I believe that was Darius Simmons there. Was he the one? Or
It almost had that pick.
yeah.
Looks like number 10.
Number 20. Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Noah Rice?
Maybe 25. I don't remember.
Well, another field goal attempt now coming up. Back out onto the field.
Pennsbury defense will take this one too.
Brendan Hazel. This time it's going to be a 28-yarder. The kick is up and off the upright, no good. It hits the left upright.
Doink.
And so the Falcons take over. 1st and 10 with 3:49 to go after the missed field goal here in a 10-7 game. And this one living up to the pregame hype as far as teams going back and forth. The defense is playing well. Falcons with another stand there, forcing the field goal attempt.
Pennsbury special teams, they just need to clean up a little bit. The offense needs to get on the board here. They need to head into, they can't let themselves go into halftime again, down and playing from behind heading into the second half, especially with the Titans starting the half with the ball. Have to get on the board here, whether that's tying this one up or taking the lead.
Well, as I mentioned, Coach Snyder doesn't tend to move quickly, and the offense
I got time.
is kind of a slow-moving offense. There's a gain of a couple yards as the clock now ticks down to around the 3.5-minute mark. They'll say it's just a 1-yard pickup, 2nd and 9.
It looks like Eric David and number 54 on the line were just shoving each other, and Jordan Zerniak just had to separate them. I don't know if they were just playing around or if they were actually, there's some tension in the huddle, but just picked that one up.
Maybe just trying to get guys going.
Davis
And
is definitely a leader. We see it on the basketball court and on the football field.
On 2nd and 9, they hand it off and just get back to the line of scrimmage.
Zerniak on the carry.
Zerniak that time brought down by Roland Hess. So Hess made the play and then runs off to the far sideline. They'll replace him on the Titan defense. Give it now 3rd and 9. And the other thing Falcons don't want to do is give CB South the football back with a ton of time left. Bagley sets him down. That was Eric David in motion, and the play blown dead. Flag flies. Holding on Pennsbury.
Delay a game against the offense. Still third
Oh, they call it delay? Delay of game. So it goes back to the 16. And again, down in distance. A tough spot here for Pennsbury. And you see Bagley there wanting to get that play in. Worried about that play clock, which is now down to 6 seconds and counting. Everybody ready to go. Bagley fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, pops it to the outside, out to the 20-yard line, and he'll get pushed back there.
Bagley on the carry.
Eddie Bowen, one of the guys in there with the stop. And timeout taken by CB South. So they see 2:04 left on the clock. Falcons facing a 4th and 10, and they want to preserve as much game clock as possible to see what they can do before halftime. As we expect, it's going to be Kubitsky out there to kick it away when we get back to action. Timeout on the field. Don't forget, if you missed the action on WBCB, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's all in the Trentonian or online, trentonian.com. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. All right, so 4th and 9, and it is Kubitsky out to kick it away. Jack Maws, the deep man to receive for the Titans. Kubitsky takes a high snap and gets a good end-over-end kick away. Fair catch called for by Maws just across the 50-yard line. And it will be the Titans football at the Pennsbury 49. 1st and 10 with just under 2 minutes to go. 1:58 up on the first half clock. And the Falcons need to trust the, trust this defense. They've done a good job of holding the Titans to a couple of field goals on their last 2 drives. And both of those drives started with better field position than this one.
Yeah, they'll have a minute 58 to do so. Starting at the 49.
Pinkerton claps, throws the football, and completes it out to his tight end. Nice grab out there by Menaker. Menaker picks up 8.
Finally, something in the air.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
I missed like the Snoop Dogg version that they unveiled for the last, was it like
Monday
night kickoff?
Yeah,
I think?
Yeah, he kind of.
2nd and 2, handoff, and that's enough for a CB South first down.
Yeah, I heard.
Leonardi with the pickup.
I was listening to it, like they released it before the game started, and like it's Snoop, all love to Snoop, obviously a legend, but he didn't need to be in that song. I just felt like it wasn't like his
I enjoyed it.
It was fine, but like.
All right, so 1st and 10, now down to a little over a minute to go. Pinkerton throws, hits Leonardi with the pass. That's a catch up to the 35, but a quick stop. Noah Rice right on Leonardi after he made the grab. Ends up being a short pickup of just 2. Quickly to the line of scrimmage come the Titans, and they'll clock it.
Lame.
Pinkerton throws that one into the turf to stop the clock with 44.6 up on the first half clock. It was CB South winning the coin flip to get everything started tonight. And like so many teams do, they deferred their option to the second half. So it will be Titans getting the football first. Right now, 3rd and 8. Last call for 50-50. Yeah, we got it all here. Leonardi with some running room up to the 25 to the 20 before he is pushed out of bounds by Nate Bigley. But a nice pickup for CB South, and they get out of bounds to stop the clock. Up, hold on a second. Flag down. They were caught holding.
That's a shame.
I sense your sarcasm. But that looked like that run was going to set up the Titans in great position to at least have a shot at the end zone towards the end of it. Now, that job is much, much more difficult all the way back to the 45.
37 seconds to go. That's just a killer for the Titans. It happens to the best of us.
And the Titans, kind of a similar offense, doesn't have a lot of we haven't seen a lot of routes that are downfield.
No.
Most of the throws from Pinkerton have been within 10 yards or so.
2 for 3 tonight, 10 passing yards. He has not thrown long at all.
I think here you play it safe and just hand the ball off. We'll see what Coach Hetrick thinks. Yeah, it is Leonardi. This has been a play that's been working for him. Up the middle, makes a move to the outside, up to the 25-20, and finally wrestled down all the way up the field. Fortunately, one of the Falcons had an angle on him. I believe that was Ray Vereen who eventually brought him down. And now a timeout taken. After the first down, 26.5 left in the second quarter. And that play is going to give CB South a shot here maybe to...
Yeah, so much for that, Chris.
I didn't expect... I thought a run on the ground. But that particular run has been successful. Leonardi up the middle for them. All right, timeout on the field. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown. Owned and operated by Tyler DiLorenzo, and he uses the same recipes his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. Try the only original Trenton tomato pie. Other great gourmet pizzas, all at DiLorenzo's, and they also do catering. DiLorenzo's, The Berg Pizza, in the Vermilion Square, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown. And we thank them for their support of high school football. The Berg Pizza on WBCB. Pinkertown fakes the pitch, keeps it himself. He's across the 5-yard line, down to the 3.
No timeouts, though.
And quickly, the CB South Titans trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. They do, and Pinkerton clocks it. As I believe that was Andrew Dale, came spilling across the line of scrimmage.
Tried to see if he could pick it. Yeah.
Trying to break.
I
never saw that. Would have been awesome.
That would have been great.
If you had an interception on one of those clocked footballs, that'd be making a little history. So they do clock it. 12.1 up on the second quarter clock. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. And here, maybe you got, I would throw this somewhere. If it's incomplete, bring out the field goal kicker. And the Pennsbury Falcons are going to talk it over. They call a timeout.
Timeout, Pennsbury.
Critical moment in this game. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB. 3rd and goal for the Titans of CB South.
Not just if the Titans score here, not only will they be up by a good amount of points, they get the ball back in the second half to go up possibly 2 touchdowns. This could be a huge score for the Central Bucks South Titans.
Well, proud to serve our community. Brian Rogers at Yardley Pharmacy, 175 South Main Street in Yardley. Brian, a hometown community leader and pharmacist who will go out of his way to help his customers. He'll make sure you understand everything about your medications, and he'll answer any questions you have, including insurance questions. Yardley Pharmacy, owned by Brian Rogers, and no one going to give you better service than an owner-operated business like Yardley Pharmacy. Avoid the big chains. Stay local with people who are there every day and know you. Yardley Pharmacy, and we thank them for their support of Pennsbury Falcon football.
They're going to throw it.
From the 3-yard line, Pinkerton with an empty set, rushed right up the middle. Seacrest had a shot at him, but the play blown dead. False start against CB South is the call.
False start against the offense, 5-yard line.
So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. And I think they're going to have to put those seconds back up on the clock. Right, I think there should still be 12.1 up there because it's as though that play never happened. Right now the clock down to 8.6, and they're going to make an adjustment, which gives the Titans a little bit of time to think things over. And quarterback Owen Pinkerton looking over to the far sideline to see if they've got a play for him. Yeah, I think, do they know that they got to put time up there on the scoreboard?
I think they're trying to because they just put 12 minutes on and not 12 seconds.
I don't know if that's the right time.
I know that that's definitely not the right time.
No.
We got 12 minutes up there. We're looking for 12.1.
There you go.
There we go, 12 seconds.
1 millisecond.
I think that'll work.
Good enough. Round it.
CB South satisfied, and they get back to it 3rd and 8. Pinkerton claps, throws to the corner of the end zone. His receiver got a hand on it, but it's incomplete.
That ball was just a little overthrown by Pinkerton. Would have been an incredible throw and catch for the touchdown, but it was just a little overthrown, and out comes the kicking unit to go for 3.
McCusker was the guy who that ball was thrown towards. Defensively there for Pennsbury was Vereen. All right, so 3rd field goal attempt for Brendan Hazel. So far he's 1 for 2. And this time it'll be a 26-yarder, 26-yard field goal. Ball placed down. The kick is up and is no good.
Wow.
This time it was wide to the right. Last field goal banged off the left upright. And this time it's the Pennsbury Falcons taking over with 1.6 seconds on the clock.
It doesn't look like the wind is blowing super strong over there. The flags on the top of the goalposts aren't crazy moving at all. It's just like, he just missed right there. It's his second straight miss. He's 1 for 3 with
yeah, those flags are. I see him moving around a little bit
over there, but where he just kicked it, it looked not straight down.
Not as much movement as we kind of expected in our Trentonian pregame. We were talking about the wind gusts getting up to 26 miles per hour and the expected weather tomorrow. Here, Pennsbury Falcons going to have everybody in tight. They'll just take a knee and take it to the locker room. 10-7 after the first half.
If I were the Falcons, I would be fine with 10-7 right now. I mean, you're obviously not satisfied. You're down at the half. You got to play from behind, but 3 points it's doable.
And the defense has played pretty well.
The defense has been very well.
And they'll be called on to start the third quarter because it's the Titans to receive the second half kickoff. As the CB South Marching Band taking the field will share their performance with you. Also, Daniel McDevitt going to join us in just a little bit with a look at some of the other scores in high school football from around the area. Right now, though, we'll step aside and return halftime with the Pennsbury Falcons trailing the CB South Titans 10-7.
One of the top producing real estate groups in the Yardley-Makefield area is the Kim Rock Group. Kim lives in the Yardley area and knows its real estate market. The Kim Rock Group is the #1 team at Keller Williams Langhorne office, which is also the #1 office in Bucks County. Over a decade of experience in selling and investing in local real estate makes Kim the perfect choice to list your home. Licensed in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey, the Kim Rock Group has you covered for all of your real estate needs. For more information, visit thekimrockgroup.com. That's thekimrockgroup.com. McCaffrey's Food Markets, exceptional every day. Family owned and operated for over 40 years, McCaffrey's is part of your community and a very proud supporter of our local high schools. For true value on the freshest meats and produce to their own prepared food department, to everyday savings on your necessary items, McCaffrey's is exceptional every day. And it's in your neighborhood in the Edgewood Village Shopping Center, 635 Heacock Road, Yardley. The Villages of Newtown at 2890 South Eagle Road, and also in Bluebell, Princeton, West Windsor, and the best of McCaffrey's in Doylestown.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Hello.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
All right, the CB South Marching Band. The Marching Titans out there ready to perform at halftime, with Pennsbury trailing CB South 10-7 in the McCaffrey's Game of the Night. Complete automotive service. You can trust the Peruzzi Auto Group for value and service on all makes and models. Free multi-point inspection. They also do a 10% military and law enforcement discount on any service. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th free. All service performed by certified technicians. Peruzzi, big comfy waiting rooms at their dealerships with free Wi-Fi and early drop-off. Peruzzi service open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays open 7:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. The Peruzzi Auto Group Service for all makes and models. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where our business is you. All right, we'll crank up the microphones. And also tonight, Hall of Fame recognition night. And after the Titan Marching Band performs, we'll share that ceremony with you.
Under the direction of Director Don Adcock and Assistant Director Jordan Steele.
Yeah, it does seem like a bit of an extended halftime as they got the 20 minutes up on the clock.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's normally 15 minutes, but with the Hall of Fame introductions, the band, makes sense to put 20 spot on there. Gives us a little bit of time to enjoy everything, though, here at Falcon Field.
So 10 points for CB South. They got there with a touchdown, 4:25 in the first quarter. It was the Titans on the scoreboard first tonight, as their quarterback with a big run, Owen Pinkerton. And then they also did add a field goal, a 22-yard connection for their 10 points. And for the Pennsbury Falcons, they responded after that CB South touchdown with a score of their own. 10-7 is where we're at right now, halftime. And here comes the Marching Titans on a Friday night under the lights in Fairless Hills. Beautiful Falcon Field. Daniel McDevitt standing by with our scores from around other high school football action on WBCB. Neshaminy visiting Abington. And Notre Dame taking their unblemished 4-0 mark. And taking on Robbinsville tonight. Mike Warren with the call of that game. All right, here we go. Sounds like the Rolling Stones are getting
I was
warmed up.
just about to say, we got a rock band, got some drums, looks like we got a guitar. All we need is a bass and a backup singer, and we can rock and roll. I don't know if I could be the lead singer, but I could definitely be a backup singer.
You're like a front man.
I'm definitely the front man, yeah. Figure out how to play the guitar, I'll be the guitarist. Long hair, whip it around, never wear a shirt. People want to see that.
Yeah, that's it's going to bring on some big numbers for us.
Big numbers.
All right, halftime, Pennsbury trailing CB South. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB, and I think, all right, they are ready to go.
Olivia Giampolo and Bruce Fairless. It's the band.
Chris Irmer up top with Ben Goldstein. Gus Barber. We got Zach Crane and Daniel McDevitt helping us provide coverage. All right, I think they're ready now. Marching Titans of CB South High School. It's halftime with the Pennsbury Falcons trailing the Titans 10-7 in the McCaffrey's game of the night. It is Hall of Fame recognition night, and before we turn to that ceremony, we turn to Daniel McDevitt, who has our high school scoreboard.
All right, thanks, Chris. It's great to be here again at Falcon Field. We got the scores from around the county here. So we got Wissahickon Trojans currently 4-0 in the season at Upper Dublin Cardinals, who are currently 2-2. Following the end of the first quarter, we're an upset alert as Upper Dublin is up 7 in a 14-7 game between these next-door rivals. Moving along, we have the North Penn Knights at the Central Bucks West Bucks. Central Bucks obviously undefeated. North Penn Knights 2-2. Last score reported at the end of the first quarter, though, is Central Bucks West up 7 against the Knights. Following that, we have the Council Rocks South Golden Hawks 3-1 at the Quakertown Panthers 2-2. 7-7 tie with 4 minutes and 39 seconds left on the clock in the second quarter with much still to play for the rest of the game. Now both being live streamed by WBCB, we have Notre Dame 4-0 at the Robbinsville Ravens 1-3. Last checked in on with 4 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Notre Dame is running away with the game as they have a lead of 15 as the score stands 21-6. And lastly, to close out our halftime show here, Neshaminy 1-3 on the season at the Abington Galloping Ghost 1-2. Last reported with 2 minutes and 12 seconds in the second quarter, Neshaminy is holding on to a 14-point lead as the game is currently 28-14. Thanks, Chris. Back to you.
Thank you, Daniel. Great job. Our halftime scoreboard with Daniel McDevitt, and we're going to mix in, I think, maybe next week or next few weeks. We'll see. Next week we got to hit the road, so I'm not sure if you guys are going to be making the road trip up to Central Bucks East High School. Then they play Penridge. We're next back here when the Falcons will host the North Penn Knights, and maybe we want to mix in some more information about other stuff going on across the Pennsbury athletics landscape. And Daniel, you're the perfect person to have with us because you've been doing a lot of work with Mr. Ruggiero, right?
Yeah, Mr. Ruggiero and Mr. Sutholz.
And Mr. Mahoney, right?
And Mr. Mahoney.
Yeah.
We've set up the Pennsbury Athletics page, reaching 1,000 followers on Twitter and now reached 1,000 followers on Instagram.
That's great. And so maybe down the road we'll be able to let everybody know what's going on with Pennsbury soccer and Pennsbury field hockey and all that stuff. As right now we're going to turn to the PA. And it's our Hall of Fame induction night.
Welcome to the newly refurbished Falcon Field. It's certainly beautiful.
Oh, that's the voice of Ed Cochran.
Weekend of the 22nd annual Pennsbury Athletic Hall of Fame celebration. Please join with me as we welcome the athletes of the newest edition of the Pennsbury Athletic Hall of Fame. A baseball athlete from the class of 2007, a Griffin from Chestnut Hill College, Bill Bethel. A football athlete from the class of 1969 and a head football coach at Pennsbury High School. A Seminole from Florida State University, Jim Dundala. He's represented by his son, Mark. A girls soccer and volleyball coach from 1988 to 2003, a bald eagle from Lock Haven University, George Eastburn. A girls softball, basketball, field hockey, and cheerleading coach during her 31 years at PHS. 9 years as director of Sports Night. She's assisted by her two sons, both EJ and Clayton, who were inducted previously into the Hall of Fame. A Golden Ram from Westchester University, Diane Fritch Cochran. a softball athlete from the class of 2009, a pirate from Seton Hall University, Kirby Groves. A golf athlete from the class of 1976, an owl from Temple University, none other than Pete Jelstrom. A boys varsity swim coach, an assistant soccer, cross country, and girls volleyball coach, a mountain man from Appalachian State University, Howard Murphy. No, I don't know. They never told me. A field hockey and softball athlete from the class of 2002, a Crimson Hawk from Indiana University of Pennsylvania, Jamie Perrell Penning. A volleyball athlete from the class of 2001, a Bobcat from Quinnipiac University, Lindsay Rogers Welch. A lacrosse athlete from the class of 2008, a bald eagle from Lock Haven University, Caitlin Smith Hauk. A three-sport athlete, football, baseball, basketball, from the class of 1957. A true Falcon from Pennsbury, Reggie Turner Sr. How about those Falcons?
Oh, yeah. How about those Falcons? Hey, Ben, how about those first half stats?
Yeah, first half stats. Not really going the Falcon way. We'll start with those Pennsbury Falcons. Nate Bagley passing was 0 for 1 with 1 interception. He had 7 rushes, however, for 47 rushing yards. Deron Adams has not got a touch yet, which is surprising because we've seen a lot of him this season. Same with Jaden Bright. Also 0 rushes. We've seen a lot from him this season. I said earlier in the broadcast I wanted to see more from him today. He hasn't even touched the field yet. Jordan Zerniak, who the Pennsbury loves, has 11 rushes, 32 yards. He has the 1-yard touchdown for Pennsbury. And Jordan Brensinger, who has gotten himself back into the game plan, he has 4 rushes for 19 yards. Now we look at the Titans. Owen Pickerton is 2 for 4 passing with 10 passing yards. Rushing, he has 8 rushes, good for 75 yards, plus a 45-yard touchdown run. And then Anthony Lenardi seems to be his show today. He has 11 rushes, good for 86 yards.
Yeah, a lot of touches for Lenardi. And this is what the Falcons were saying before the game, that we're going to do something different with Deron Adams. I'm surprised there's not as much Jaden Bright. Like you said, he has had some bright moments already for the Pennsbury Falcons, and thought that he might get mixed in there. But Jordan Brensinger, it's kind of like a return from the Week 1 game against Coatesville, where it was a lot of Zerniak and Brensinger, and we saw that in the first half tonight.
Yeah, Week 1, it seemed like Brensinger was looking like that running back 1 to start the season for Pennsbury. He had double-digit touches that game, and we didn't really see him since, and it's good to see a resurgence from him tonight.
Well, an extended halftime as it's Hall of Fame recognition night. You heard the voice of Ed Cochran there. with the brand new Hall of Fame class. And we're going to get back to action in a little bit. McCaffrey's game of the night on BCB. The Falcons trailing by a field goal. And for CB South, one of the other stories of this game was they had 3 field goals lined up, and they were only able to connect on one of them. So it's kind of fortunate for Pennsbury that they're not down. One of those field goals clanked off the upright, so it was a near miss, and the other one was wide right. Looked like that one was a little bit clearer, more of a clear miss. But yeah, Falcons kind of fortunate they dodge a bullet not to have a couple of 6 more points up on the scoreboard. All right, halftime, 10-7 our score. McCaffrey's game of the night. For complete automotive service, you can trust the Peruzzi Auto Group for value and service on all makes and models. Free multi-point inspection on your vehicle with any paid service. 10% military and law enforcement discount on any service. Buy 3 tires, get the 4th tire free. And here come the Pennsbury Falcons, ready for second half action tonight as we await the Titans of CB South over there on the far side of the field. And Peruzzi, all the service that they do performed by certified technicians, and they have big comfy waiting rooms to keep you comfortable. Their dealership has free Wi-Fi and early drop-off available. Peruzzi service open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays they're open 7:30 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. Peruzzi Auto Group, service for all makes and models. Visit a Peruzzi dealership on Business Route 1 in Fairless Hills, where their business is you. Thanks also to Puss in Boots Tavern, 942 Trenton Road in Fairless Hills, the friendliest tavern around. Daily special 7 days, including every Saturday, the Boots Hot Dog Saturdays, and every Sunday you can enjoy. What do they got on Sundays? I got distracted.
Cheesesteaks.
Oh, cheesesteaks on Sundays. Thank you.
For the birds.
Wednesdays, comfort food like homemade meatloaf. Also, they do the roast pork on Thursdays, and Fridays it's their seafood festival. Sundays are cheesesteak Sundays. You got it, Ben. Thank you so much. PussInBootsTavern.com. More info. That's PussInBootsTavern.com. Chris Ermer up here with Ben Crane behind the camera. We got Gus the Bus Barber doing our video engineering. Thanks to Daniel McDevitt, a great job with our halftime high school scoreboard. And Ben Goldstein from Philly Sports Reports.
Yes, Philly Sports Reports is the best way to get your sports news. The Sixers and Flyers are beginning to get their training camps underway. The Phillies are in the hunt for Red October. The magic number is 5. And the Eagles are underway with some Monday night action in Tampa Bay on Monday. And the best way to keep up with the Philly sports teams and get your first alert news is on Philly Sports Reports, a new era of Philly sports media. Check us out.
Take a breath.
Check us out on PhillySportsReports.com. We are on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Threads. Go check us out over there at Philly Sports Reports. Again, that is PhillySportsReports.com, a new era of Philly sports media.
I want Elon Musk to invent a new social media platform just so Philly Sports Reports can have another place to share all the great info that you guys, break down all the games, great stories. Again, about Phillies, Eagles. Yeah, add in some Pennsbury football stuff on there.
I don't know.
I guess that's not Philly
sports. I don't know if Pennsbury football is Philly sports, but
good point.
Maybe if they win, something big, they'll get something. They'll get a little feature.
All right. Well, they trail by 3 tonight. McCaffrey's game of the night on WBCB, and it will be the Titans of CB South to receive the second half kickoff. Yeah, it felt like only yesterday we were at Puss in Boots with a preview to the high school football season. And now here we are, week 5, pretty much midway through everything. We got, 5 more games after this one?
Really?
I believe so, right? We got East, Penn Ridge, North Penn, Abington, and Neshaminy. So that's 6.
Okay. It's a better number than 5.
And after the Falcons hit the road for a couple of weeks, again, East and Penn Ridge away games, back at North Penn, I think we go to Abington. They're away at Abington, and then home.
The Goblin Ghosts.
To host Neshaminy for that big rivalry game. And I'm looking forward to that big time, especially since we got the heaters here in the new Pennsbury press box.
Oh, yeah. Get this thing nice and toasty up here.
Hopefully with that, we'll be watching some Phillies World Series, too.
Red November.
Yes, the hunt. Best way to keep track of the Phillies postseason on phillysportsports.com, by the way.
phillysportsreports.com.
And make sure to listen to the Bell Ringers podcast on Philly Sports Reports on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you find your podcasts.
After the game, Ben will be down on the field with our DiLorenzo's player of the game. Last week, again, didn't get the results they were looking for, but tip of the cap to Ben Primich, who still joined us and had a great post-game interview. So I think win or loss, we'll be able to talk to one of the Falcons after the game and pass along a gift certificate to DiLorenzo's Pizza. All right, Pereira is going to tee it up on the far hash.
We're going to get a little onside bloop here.
Anthony Lenardi back deep to receive. Well, don't kick it up to Dan McCusker. McCusker standing around the 33-yard line, and now they're going to kick it away from him. Goes off of the Titans, picked up at the 25-yard line, and returned a few yards. Darius Simmons making the stop.
It's a line drive kick from Pereira. You usually see those onside bloopers. That was a new one.
And it kind of ricocheted off of one of the CB South guys. I thought maybe the Falcons could have a shot at it, but 1st and 10 for the Titans at their own 27-yard line. Pinkerton calls for the football, gives to Lenardi. Lenardi up to the 30, to the 35, 40-yard line before he gets pushed out of bounds. Noah Rice over there ushering him out of bounds, but that's enough for a CB South first down.
He can run up to the 43. 15-yard run.
First down for South.
Pretty good pickup from scrimmage there for CB South as they get back to it. There's Lenardi bouncing around, spinning around, finally going down, but picking up about 5 yards. Walker Murray got to him. But he picks up 5, so 2nd and 5 from their own 48.
Anthony Lenardi has surpassed 100 yards on the night. He's up to 106 with 13 rushes.
Everybody, when they key on him so much, Pinkerton sometimes has had some successful QB keepers. And there he does that again. Fakes the pitch, keeps it himself, and picks up about 7 or 8 yards. He's across the 45 into Falcon territory. And they'll say he's down at the 43-yard line.
10 yards.
First down for South.
But that's been something that's been working for him all night.
Yeah, he has 9 rushes, 85 yards. The Central Bucks South rushing very, very good.
Kind of capitalizing on the pursuit of the Pennsbury defense.
Yep. Ocean.
Here it's a little shovel pass to Lenardi. Lenardi spinning off one defender, but can't get away from Vivleka and Andrew Dale over there.
Lenardi has avoided so many tackles that he's so hard to take down. It took looked like it took 5 Pennsbury defenders to get him down right there.
And I think they got to him around the line of scrimmage, but he's still able to make it a positive gain. 3-yard pickup up to the 40 are the Titans of CB South. Opening drive of the 3rd quarter in the McCaffrey's game of the night. Pinkerton claps, hands it to Lenardi up the gut. Chris Karamis, one of the first guys there.
Lenardi on the carry.
And we're looking at 3rd and 3.
Murray on the tackle of 58, Ben Primich. Small gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Probably 4 down territory, but a opportunity for the Pennsbury defense. And it looks like they're bringing some pressure up the middle, nearly come across the line of scrimmage, and they say, yeah, they did cross into the neutral zone.
Looked like there were 2 jumps there from Pennsbury.
That's the 3rd time tonight that they've done that, trying to like time the snap and try to get to the line as soon as the ball snapped, but just not a great job timing that up, and 3rd time tonight, man.
And that offside penalty results in a CB South 1st down up to the 31-yard line. Lenardi now goes behind Pinkerton, gets the pitch, gets to the outside, and kind of shuffles along the sideline, and then a flag thrown after the play. And they might get Pennsbury for a late hit. It looked like Noah Rice trying to plead his case. Now, we'll see what the officials say. And it is a dead ball foul, personal foul on the Falcons.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
I mean, that's kind of a tough call, too, because it seemed like Lenardi was trying to work that sideline.
Against the Falcons.
So that will set up the Titans inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Falcon 14. Need another defensive stand as Pinkerton hands to Lenardi, and Lenardi hits a brick wall. Walker Murray, one of the guys there for Pennsbury. And as they unpile, they will spot the football forward. They did pick up a couple yards.
They got 1.
I think it's 2.
Up to the 12.
Scoreboard saying 1.
Yeah, that's a 2-yard pickup. Again, they fake the pitch. Quarterback keeper, but Walker Murray there, and he makes a great ankle tackle.
Walker Murray.
Oh, Walker Murray tonight.
Will bring up.
Well, when we were talking to Ben Primich on Wednesday at Sandy's, our guest for the High School Coaches Roundtable show, man, he was really, there was a moment there where he was lifting up Walker Murray as, you know, I don't know, making things happen defensively, even if he didn't get his name called as much last week.
His name's getting called this week, that's for sure.
3rd and 6. Again, Pennsbury pressuring up the middle. The pitch goes out to Lenardi. Lenardi with a burst forward. He's close to a Titan 1st down. Depends on where they mark it over there, and it is 1st and goal for CB South. Looked like Pennsbury bringing pressure up the middle, and the Titans able to pitch that ball out to Lenardi and get him outside of the defense.
1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Falcons have come up with some good defensive stands, forcing field goals. Trying to do it again. The give there to Lenardi, and he is into the end zone. A 4-yard touchdown run. And for Anthony Lenardi, his 4th touchdown of the season makes it 16-7 with 7:16 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Well, that's exactly what CB South wanted to do coming out of the locker room. They get the kickoff, they march it down the field, an impressive drive, and extend their lead. Looking to extend it further is Brendan Hazel. His extra point is up and good.
The extra point is up and good.
So we come back up the field. Now the score 17-7. The Titans in front of the Pennsbury Falcons in the McCaffrey's game of the night. A Kramer's Bakery in Yardley, baking things great since 1946. Handmade baked goods made fresh daily on the premises. Kramer's features custom cakes, dessert cakes, real fruit cakes with they do cheesecakes, Danish, pastry, their own fresh donuts, muffins, and more, including fresh bread and rolls. Kramer's Bakery also has dessert trays, perfect for your next get-together, office party, corporate affairs. They also do gifts, breakfast trays, cookie trays, and more. Kramer's Bakery at 14 East Afton Avenue in Yardley, open Mondays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday, open 7 to 7, and Sundays at Kramer's, they're open 7 to 6. And remember, everything is baked fresh right on the premises at Kramer's Bakery. We thank them for their support of high school football on WBCB. Esterly kicks it away, comes down at the 15-yard line. Taken there by Zerniak as he returns it up to the 30.
A clean kick return for Pennsbury. First of the night.
Zerniak on the return will be first and 10 to the Falcons. All right, the lucky 50.
Zerniak has now secured 3 of the kicks. I mean, that one was nice and clean. There were a couple of the kicks earlier in the first half that were botched and bobbled. One of them bounced right off of Adams' helmet up into the air, and Zerniak, good thing he was there to haul it in. All right, so Falcon football, first and 10 from their own 30. Looking to put together a long drive of their own. And Zerniak stays on his feet, keeps him moving, and he's up to the 35-yard line. Pretty impressive run there. Eddie Bowen, one of the guys he ran into.
Jack Miles on the tackle for 8. Pick up of 5, it'll be second and 5.
Clock under the 7-minute mark here, third quarter action. As Matt McGinty runs into the huddle. They'll split him wide to the near side and hand the football off to Bright.
There he is, but gonna get sent back.
Yeah, Bright hit and turned away. They'll lose a yard.
That's not how you want to start your night.
Well, I'm sorry, that was Brensinger on that carry.
Oh, that was Brensinger?
Yeah, pardon me, yep. 3rd and 6. Hand off to Zerniak. Zerniak runs into Adam Oscar, and he's had a great game. The Titan linebacker with a bunch of tackles and also came up with an interception on a Bagley pass that was hanging up there in the air. I had to make a diving grab on it.
Pennsbury's just running into that brick wall of a defensive line right now. They cannot get anything going offensively. The momentum is definitely with the Titans right now, if there was any debate.
Out to punt, senior Toby Kubitsky. Maws back to receive the kick. It's a spiraling kick, comes down at the 34-yard line. And a good special teams play by Vivleka. Maybe a gain of about a return of a yard up to the 36. And that's where the Titans take over. There is a flag down on the field. A legal block in the back is the call, and it goes against CB South. So there's a break for Pennsbury.
Yeah.
Push the Titans back a little bit. Tonight's game brought to you by Kramer's Bakery. You can read about tonight's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage. Count on it 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. So after the block in the back call, ball marked at the 26-yard line of the Titans. junior quarterback Owen Pinkerton will get the offense going again. He's got Lenardi behind him. And gives to the tailback. Lenardi gets a yard, and Ben Primich upends him.
Lenardi on the carry.
2nd and 9.
Down by Dale. 1 yard gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
On Hall of Fame night and be our guest night. It's CB South with the 17-7 advantage. Pinkerton fakes the pitch, keeps it himself, bangs into one defender. That was Walker Murray who hit him initially, stays on his feet and is spun down ultimately by Andrew Dale.
Pinkerton on the carry.
Falcons are getting wise to that fake pitch play. Was a big gain for Pinkerton in the first half,
3rd down.
and they've gone to it throughout the game, and Pennsbury doing a better job as this time it's a pitch out to Moz. Jack Moz makes one defender miss, helps him gain a little extra yardage. He's up to the 35, but that's going to be a yard short of a Titan first down. And they're going to bring out punter Nick Esterly. So instead of trying to go for it on 4th and 1, they'll kick away. Back to return is Bagley.
Yep. Stole the words out of my mouth right there, Chris.
Good snap back to Esterly, and a pretty good kick. Comes down around the 25 and takes a Titan bounce to the 20-yard line.
South's punt will be marked down.
And that's where the Pennsbury Falcons will take over 1st and 20
Yard line will be 1st and 10 for
with just under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. McCaffrey's game of the night. McCaffrey's food market's exceptional every day. We thank them for their outstanding support of Pennsbury Athletics on WBCB. And we thank you for being with us tonight. Well, we expected kind of a low-scoring game. 17-7 right now up on the scoreboard. It was a 10-3 game, or 10-7 game at the half. As Bagley fakes a couple of handoffs, weaves through traffic up to the 24.
on the carry.
And Snow kind of pulled down at that 24-yard line. Picks up 4 yards.
If I was Galen Snyder here, and I know he's not going to do this, I would try throwing the ball here. Try and make a big play happen. You need to get this crowd back in the game. It is quiet here. It's like, I feel like we're like on the road here. And
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, you're going to catch the defense off guard if you kind of pull that kind of thing in this situation.
Got to make something happen.
Brensinger gets the handoff off the wing, and it's going to be a loss of yardage.
That's not going to do it.
Looks like they're going to mark him back to the original line of scrimmage. I think that's a generous spot.
Yeah. Try the air here. 3rd and 5. Let's make something happen. They're not going to do it, but it would be exciting.
3rd and 5 from the 25. I think this is going to be a pass play.
Uh-oh. They heard me.
On the tackle, number 48 for South.
If this right here, if they make this, if they complete this pass and it's the changing of the game, I'm the player of the game.
Bagley sets him down, and
Here we
he
go.
will look to throw. Pressure, gets the throw off, was trying to find Eric David, but it comes up short.
That was all you.
Again, that backside pressure, intense.
Yeah,
that resulted in the interception. That time it was Corey Moore who was chasing him
the
down.
left side of that offensive line really did not help out Bagley there at all.
And, you know, maybe the Titans were kind of thinking the same thing that you were, that Coach Snyder was, that might have been a pass play. And they brought the rush, brought the heat on Bagley, and now Kubitsky will kick it away to Jack Maws. High snap, he pulls it down, a spiraling kick, fair catch called for, and made by Maws just outside the near hash marks at the 39-yard line. So 1st and 10, CB South. 1:14 to go in the third quarter of the McCaffrey's game of the night.
A lot of work has been done by the guidance department to really get some of the wrinkles worked out early in the year.
Got to credit Coach Hattrick with his creativity, and you know they've run the ball, thrown the ball, haven't thrown the ball downfield a lot, but they've gotten some good short passes, mixed it up, and now Pennsbury late to get their 11th guy on the field. Pinkerton pitches it out there to Lenardi. A lot of running room for him. Up to the 50, breaks through to the 30, to the 20-yard line. One guy is there with a chance to bring him down, and Lenardi is tackled at the 1. A touchdown-saving tackle. Vereen saves the Falcons for the moment. But a well-executed sweep play to Lenardi.
60-yard run for Anthony Lenardi. He jumped over a guy around the 40-yard line.
And
almost won that foot race.
Not only jumped over the guy, but like a big burst right at that point of his run. Helped him get down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal for the Titans. Pinkerton gives the football to Corey Moore, and he's into the end zone. Corey Moore with his 5th touchdown of the season. Hasn't had a lot of carries, but makes the most of that one. And it's 23-7.
So much for a low-scoring game for the Titans.
And for the Falcons, you know, similar storyline here as Brandon Hall out to add the extra point. Place down, the kick is up and good. But some problems with some turnovers, some miscues tonight.
Yeah,
and it's 24-7.
A little bit of drama right now that I've been seeing. It looked like defensive coordinator Luke Snyder, Galen's son, was trying to call a timeout right before the play snapped. Kept calling timeout to the referee, didn't let him the timeout. Big play proceeds, and Luke was giving him his 2 cents there. Yeah. Absolutely livid. Can clear as day see him lip reading, I was trying to call a timeout, and he was not happy there.
Yeah, he's pacing back and forth right now. Just saw him throw his headset down on the ground.
Well, if the Falcons want to get back in this thing, they need to score on this drive.
Esterly on the kickoff for South.
And they probably can't take too much time doing it.
Fans on our feet. Here we go.
Need some big plays as Esterly has it on the tee.
Yeah, Luke's still giving the referees his 2 cents now, and he should be mad. He tried to get the timeout in, and just referee ignored him.
Spiked the hat.
Bagley with the return up the middle to the 35. And Andrew Lazowski brought down Bagley with the help of Adam Oscar. Falcon football, 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Just under 40 seconds on the game clock. Bagley hands off the wing. Comes Brensinger. Brensinger stays on his feet and picks up 9 yards. 2nd and 1 for Pennsbury, and a lot more carries today for Jordan Brensinger. 7 rushes for 27 yards. He and Jordan Zerniak doing the majority of the rushing today. Zerniak 13 carries for 38 yards.
Let's see if Pennsbury snaps this one. They got 7 seconds to do so.
Right near the end of the 3rd quarter, Begley sets him down. They get the play off. It's to Zerniak. Zerniak is going to fall forward and pick up a Falcon first down.
Titans are saying they have the ball.
Now the officials don't agree. It is a Falcon first down and the end of the 3rd quarter. McCaffrey's game of the night on the WBCB Sports Network. After 3 quarters, CB South 24 and the Pennsbury Falcons 7.
Hello, my name is Marla Lipkin, and I am a community member, a mother, and the president of Pennsbury Educational Support Professionals Association, also known as PESPA. We are the clerical staff, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, custodians, IT staff, transportation workers, security, and maintenance personnel who make up PESPA. We strive every day to provide the students of Pennsbury schools with exceptional care, safety, and support in their learning environments. We do this by applying our professional training within the classrooms and within our schools. 86% of PESPA members live in this district, and our children and grandchildren attend Pennsbury schools. For you see, Pennsbury School District is more than the place we work, it is our home. If you'd like to learn more about Pennsbury's support staff, visit our website, www.pennsburystudentcare.org. Pennsbury Educational Support Professionals, making your children our priority.
All right, we start the 4th quarter. Pennsbury snapping the football quickly, giving it to Zerniak, and he picks up another 8 or 9 yards, depends on where they mark it. Yellow said it's an 8-yard pickup on first down.
Brought down by Oscar. Another nice run. Bring up 2nd and short.
So 2nd and 2. Falcons across the 45. Off the wing, Brensinger again, but that play just taking a little too long to develop.
Tyler Brensinger on the
Eddie Bowen, one of the guys there, and Matt Harmon also for the Titans making the stop.
Yeah, and it just looks like whatever rhythm this Pennsbury Falcons offense was generating in the first half just has not translated to the second half. Very stalemate offensive drives gone throughout the second half, and just not looking great overall as a cohesive unit.
Feels like a big play right here. Under 11 minutes, they're looking at a 3rd and 3 from the Titan 45-yard line. It's going to be a Begley keeper. He holds on to it, picks up the first down. He's up to the 40-yard line, picks up 5 yards, and a Falcon first down.
Falcon first down.
It's not a big play that you were predicting, but it gets the job done. Nice first down by Pennsbury. Got something. Looks like something's building here.
And big for them to keep this drive going. 3rd down. Who knows what I think that was 4 down territory certainly here. Looking at the scoreboard and stuff, they need to go for it. And maybe even go for it here on first down. Try to catch him off guard with a throw.
Nope.
Instead, a quick hitter up the middle. Zerniak pushes for 2.
Montero on the tackle, number 56. Bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd and 8, McCaffrey's game of the night. McCaffrey's Food Market's exceptional every day. We will be hitting the road with the Falcons next week, going to CB East, and then we'll be at Penridge.
Yeah,
at Penridge, they put us on the away side.
Yeah, I was going to say the only bad part about traveling with the teams is that we never get usually the best setup always.
Not like here. It's a quarterback keeper. There's Begley. He bounces it to the outside. He's down to the 10-5 and into the end zone. The Falcons cut it to a 10-point lead. Or cut it to 11 right now, waiting for the extra point.
38-yard touchdown there from Bagley. There's your big play. He's up to 95 rushing yards on the night.
A 38-yard touchdown scamper. And now Angelo Pereira out of Bagley's hold. Bounces that one off of the upright. He hits the left upright. 2 doinks tonight, one from CB South on a field goal, and now Pennsbury bangs it off the upright, no good on the extra point, so it does remain an 11-point game as we come back up the field. CB South 24, Pennsbury 13 after the 38-yard touchdown strike from Nate Begley. And the Pennsbury Football Parents Club, they ask you to come out, support the Falcons, look for the program books and the spirit wear, and they hope you're enjoying tonight's game on WBCB. If you missed any of the action on BCB, you can read about tonight's game in tomorrow's Trentonian. Outstanding local and national sports coverage that you can count on 7 days a week. It's all in the pages of the Trentonian. And don't forget to watch the Coaches Roundtable every Wednesday night at 7, video streamed live from Sandy's Beef and Ale and brought to you in part by Lower Bucks Hospital. Since 1954, Lower Bucks Hospital has supported the youth of our community and is an acute care hospital. Well, I said the Falcons had to score on that drive and do so quickly, and that was a pretty quick strike by this Falcon offense, making it now 24-13. Pereira's going to move it over to the far hash. Looks like maybe the Falcons are thinking about an onside kick. Maybe not. Now it looks like a more traditional approach. Yep. Pereira sends this one high into the air and taken by quarterback Owen Pinkerton.
Pinkerton on the return.
Pinkerton on the return for a few yards up to the 41-yard line.
It's weird seeing your quarterback out there for the kickoffs.
41, now they'll say he went down at the 42. That's, you know, you want your best athlete out there. We've seen some really nifty moves from Pinkerton on that fake pitch. One of them, one time it resulted in a touchdown for those guys.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job back there of really disguising some of these plays and fooling this Pennsbury defense, keeping them on their heels.
And he hasn't thrown a ton, but when they've called for him to throw the football, he's been pretty accurate with it. There's a handoff to Corey Moore. Moore, kind of more of a power back than Lenardi, and he powers forward almost to the 50-yard line. He's cut down at the 49.
4 on the carry.
2nd and 4 for the Titans. And meanwhile, they're eating up clock as we get down to the 9-minute mark.
Yeah, and definitely what you want to do right now, if you're South, just keep the ball in your hands and just let the clock keep ticking down.
2nd and 4. And they hand off to Lenardi. He's up to the 46.
Moore on the carry.
That was Moore again. Thank you. But that's enough for a Titan first down.
Haven't seen.
Did you see that snap? That was like a weird look.
Yeah, I saw that.
Almost like a pitch from the center.
I thought I was seeing something.
I thought I saw something that was a little weird on that play, but
haven't seen Lenardi since his big 60-yard run to get them on the 3-yard line.
Yeah, right now it's more behind Pinkerton. That looked like some early movement maybe by the running back, but Pinkerton on the keeper. That's a blown play. They get it up to the 45.
And I think that's back-to-back plays they've gotten away with one, because I think the last play, too, even though they had the man in motion, he was still kind of like leaning and moving forward before the ball got snapped. And last time I checked, that is a false start, even though the man is in motion. But
yeah, we're now down under 8 minutes to go.
What are you going to do?
The Falcons need to get it back. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, that's absolutely what they need to do.
Gus, you should be a ref.
No, I don't like to get yelled at.
Fair. Very fair.
He would have given Luke Snyder that timeout, though.
I would absolutely given Luke that timeout. He deserved that timeout.
Seems a little
delay a game. Yep.
He was in that referee's face calling timeout.
Did the refs have mics today?
Titans took too long.
I don't think so.
I don't think they came up and got him. I know they were upstairs
Yeah.
for them, and I was talking with John Rose about that before the game. But then sometimes I don't turn the microphone up either, so it might be me.
No, I don't think
No, because I haven't heard it on the PA.
Yeah, I haven't heard
at
it
all.
on the PA or anything. It's not you, Chris. Never blame it on yourself.
Well, after that 5-yard penalty, 7.5 minutes to go here in the McCaffrey's game of the night, and a golden opportunity for this Falcon defense to stop the Titans here. Now they're behind the sticks, 2nd and long. There's Leonardi, takes the pitch, weaves through some traffic, but Darius Simmons brings him down. And now 3rd and long. They'll say 3rd and 12.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if South here just continues to run the ball, even though they're not trying to convert the first down, just trying to keep this clock ticking as much as possible. It's still a 2-possession game, even though Pennsbury's starting to come back, so less time on the clock, the better for this South team.
Pinkerton kind of with an empty set. There's Jack Maws who comes across. The fake pitch, shovel pass to Lenardi. And Lenardi stopped initially by Eric David. David couldn't bring him down, but his teammate Ben Primich did. And a really little gain there. 4th and long.
No gain.
And
like
Coach
a gain.
Hetrick going to kick it away.
That's big for Pennsbury.
So Bagley drops back to receive the punt. Esterly, the 6-foot senior, will kick it away right near his own 40-yard line. Nice snap to Esterly.
Ooh.
Barely gets it off. It's a high kick. Comes down at the 20-yard line and skips to the 14 before the Titans touch it up. Kevin Hartford. And 1st and 10 for the Falcons. A lot of field to deal with here. And like you said, Gus, a 2-score game.
Yeah, not a lot of time to work with, really. For a team that doesn't really put the extra gear on offense, they're going to have to find that extra gear right here.
Might require the air as well.
Go to the air, play with some tempo. You got to have everything working for you. Quarterback keeper from Bagley nearly breaks out of the scrum. Ooh. But John Henson there to make the stop. It is a pickup of 5.
Nate Bagley has hit 100 rushing yards on 11 rushes, 100 rushing yards.
Also has a 38-yard touchdown to his credit. From under center, hands it off to Zerniak. And Zerniak up to the 21. Quickly, the Falcons trying to huddle up, get back to the line of scrimmage as fast as possible. McGinty in with the play. Falcons running out of time, under 5 minutes to go, trailing by 10. Bagley to Zerniak, who picks up the first down. At least it initially looked like they were marking him for the first down. Yes. Falcon first down. And
you hear the fans letting them know what they want to see is them hurry it up.
That was pretty...
Yeah, and so, again, it looked like they were coming up to the line of scrimmage. Then the Falcons come back, get in the huddle. McGinty gives them the play.
Looks like this dude right here is doing a homecoming proposal.
Down to 4.5 to go. The handoff to Brensinger, and that's a loss for the Falcons.
She said yes.
Oh, it's a prom proposal.
Homecoming. Pennsbury has a homecoming again.
Oh.
What? They do?
Yep.
I'm jumping the gun.
They brought it back
I don't
after
like that.
20 years.
I guess it would be a little early for a prom proposal.
Yeah. So who was that just ran? Brensinger?
Brensinger.
You think you couldn't have waited until after the game?
Nah, it's only you got to do it during the game.
Yeah.
He succeeded, so.
Brensinger losing a little bit of yardage, and the Falcons losing time on the clock.
Yeah.
And unfortunately also losing the game at this point. The handoff, no, it's going to be a keeper for Begley. Begley looked like they had him. Two guys had him in the backfield. He gets away from those defenders, but can't get away from the rest of the CB South Titans, and he just gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and 3rd and 13 now facing the Falcons.
This might be the game right here. And
3rd and 13, certainly 4-down territory. But the Falcons, we mentioned earlier how Coach Snyder always seems to take his time, doesn't speed up the process. And this was a situation where you needed to speed things up. Third and 13. Handoff on the counter. I believe that was Brensinger. It is. And Brensinger gets a yard. So now 4th and 12.
They're going to keep the offense out there? Nope.
No, they're going to put Kubitsky out there.
I don't really understand this. I'm just going to be honest.
I was trying not to say anything.
I get it, but kind of upsetting to see this Pennsbury Falcon team kind of belly up here.
I mean, you're still holding on to 3 timeouts, but
Yeah.
in a 2-score game, maybe a fake punt, but no, Kubitsky will kick it away. It's a short punt, comes here to the near side of the field, and takes a neutral bounce up to the 43.
Yeah, and it looks like...
And that's where CB South will take over. 1st and 10.
I don't want to say it's officially the white flag, but it's not looking great for Pennsbury right now.
I'm waving the white flag.
Yeah, we know you are, man.
1:52 to go, and
What that
again,
round
Falcons still holding on to those 3 timeouts. Again, more of that power back set as Corey Moore in there at tailback, and he gets the handoff. Little hesitation. He's spilled by Walker Murray right at the line of scrimmage, and the Falcons quickly call a timeout, stopping the clock with 1:46 to go in the 4th quarter. Yeah, we got to get down to see who our DiLorenzo's player of the game is going to be tonight. Walker Murray, I think, is a pretty good option. We talked about the defensive plays he's been making tonight.
Maybe we can interview the guy that just asked his girl out to homecoming. He's the real winner tonight.
Well, from here, Falcons move on to play CB East, which was the team that CB South played last week, and that was a close game, 13-6. So you got to figure Falcons are going to have another tough contest on the road. These Central Bucks teams, not only this season, but last year, really packing a punch and making those road trips up there to the Doylestown area a little tougher for the teams from down here, as Corey Moore with a punishing run bangs into Vavleka as he goes out of bounds near the 40.
Yeah, it looked like he went out of bounds, but the clock is still running.
Yeah, I also didn't think his forward progress was stopped.
Yeah.
And if the clock is running, I don't know, the Falcons are holding on to 2 timeouts.
I think they're officially maybe throwing the flag out.
Maybe. Pinkerton ready for the snap as we're down to the 1-minute mark. Again, handoff to Corey Moore, and Moore keeping the feet moving. Brought down by Vereen and Noah Rice.
Yeah, and I think they got the first down.
And so that will allow them to wind the clock. And yeah, now with the Falcons not utilizing the timeouts, they're going to move on to next week. And CB South tonight will advance to 5-0. Boy, it makes the game coming up later in the year between West and South
a lot more interesting.
And maybe would be a league championship on the line is what it looks like right now between those 2 schools. As Owen Pinkerton takes a knee in victory formation, and CB South earns a 24-13 victory. So they advance to 5-0 and drop the Falcons to 2-3 on the season. Ben Goldstein down on the field. He's going to try to talk with Walker Murray, our DiLorenzo's player of the game and one of the defensive standouts for the Falcons. And the Falcons defense, you look up on the scoreboard, 24 points, but they played pretty well. There's no consolation prizes, and I'm sure that's not going to do anything to lift their spirits, but I think that might be something the coaches can look at this week and get them ready for CB East and the rest of this season and build off of some of the good stuff from today's game.
Yeah, absolutely, especially on the last 2 weeks when they versed really good offenses and limited them to 20 and 24 points. So, like you said, not the outcome they wanted with not getting the W's, but a good outlook on one of the sides at least.
Thanks to all of our sponsors for making today's game possible on WBCB, including the Pennsbury Football Parents Club. Hope to have you with us next time the Falcons are back in Fairless Hills, and right on the corner of Hood and New Falls Road, Junior's Car Wash now open. And they have a brand new express car wash that's also near Pennsbury High School. They're proud to support all the Pennsbury programs with early bird specials. And they have a rewards club. You get a $20 car wash and always get free vacuums. Junior's Express Car Wash, owned and operated by a Pennsbury graduate, opening soon at the corner. Opening now. They're now open corner of New Falls and Hood Boulevard. And they all have another location as well, 2270 Bristol Oxford Valley Road in Lewistown. Junior's Car Wash, proud to be part of the Pennsbury community and proud to be here helping to make portions of today's game possible. Thanks also to Puss in Boots Tavern, 942 Trenton Road. Always good stuff happening at Puss in Boots Tuesdays. Hold on a second. Let me see what they have. Oh, Saturdays they got the hot dogs.
Ooh.
Taco Tuesday, of course. Wednesday, the comfort food like the meatloaf and homemade stuff. On Wednesdays, on Thursdays, they feature their roast pork. Fridays at the Boot, Seafood Festival night. That's tonight. The Seafood Festival at the Boot. And on Sundays is Cheesesteak Sundays, Puss in Boots, the outside patio. They got cornhole out there. A lot of fun. Great food always at Puss in Boots. 7 days a week at 942 Trenton Road in Fairless Hills. PussInBootsTavern.com for more information. That's PussInBootsTavern.com. Don't forget to watch the Coaches Roundtable show every Wednesday night at 7, video streamed from Sandy's Beef and Ale. Brought to you by Lower Bucks Hospital. Since 1954, Lower Bucks Hospital has supported the youth of our community and is an acute care hospital. All right, Ben Goldstein is down on the field. When we get back to Falcon Field, we'll have our DiLorenzo's player of the game. That's coming up. CB South tonight, victorious 24-13 over the Pennsbury Falcons.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
One of the top producing real estate groups in the Yardley-Makefield area is the Kim Rock Group. Kim lives in the Yardley area and knows its real estate market. The Kim Rock Group is the #1 team at Keller Williams Langhorne office, which is also the #1 office in Bucks County. Over a decade of experience in selling and investing in local real estate makes Kim the perfect choice to list your home. Licensed in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey, the Kim Rock Group has you covered for all of your real estate needs. For more information, visit thekimrockgroup.com. That's thekimrockgroup.com. McCaffrey's.
Coming up, our DiLorenzo's player of the game. And Falcons on the wrong end of this one. They fall to 2-3 tonight, defeated by the 5-0 CB South Titans. And hey, if you're looking for creative food dishes, beautiful river views, a down-to-earth American cafe, check out Charcoal BYOB. Overlooking the Delaware in Yardley, their food locally sourced and seasonally inspired. Bring a bottle of your favorite wine and enjoy exceptional cuisine created by executive chef brothers Mark and Eric Plesha. Charcoal open Wednesday through Sunday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For more information and their menu, visit charcoalbyob.com. Charcoal BYOB on River Road, overlooking the Delaware in Yardley. Falcons taking a while to go over things tonight after a tough one to the Titans. And in a moment, Ben with our DiLorenzo's player of the game. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown, just down the street from Pennsbury High School, and owned and operated by third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo. Tyler uses the same recipes his great-grandparents did back in the 1940s in Trenton's famous Chambersburg section. Try the only original Trenton tomato pie or other great gourmet pizzas like their mustard pie. They have soups, fresh salads, hot sandwiches, homemade pasta dishes, all served in a very safe, clean environment. Eat in or take out. Call 215-943-2605. That's 215-943-2605. DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. They also do catering for all affairs. DiLorenzo's in the Vermilion Square, 8919 New Falls Road in Levittown, open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Friday and Saturday, DiLorenzo's open till 9. And on Sundays, they're open noon to 8:30. They take the day off on Monday. And right now, I believe Ben is ready to go. He's got Walker Murray, our defensive player of the game. And now we go down to the field to Ben Goldstein.
I am here with the DiLorenzo's The Berg player of the game, Walker Murray. Here is your gift card. So it's another rough loss to a powerhouse in Central Buck. Now it's the South Titans. What was Coach saying after the game in your extended huddle?
He was talking about seeing it through for next week. These teams are doing nothing special. They're just doing a little bit better than us. We got to execute a little bit better and just come back better next week against CB East. Good team.
So when you said you guys have to do a few things better, what are those things that you guys think that you can improve on?
Letting up the big plays on defense. I mean, I'm speaking defensive side of the ball. Just reading the keys, letting the big plays. They didn't really march down on us too much. We were letting up the big runs. So we definitely got to tone that in.
You are completing the Central Bucks trifecta next week. You are headed to East. What's the game plan looking for out there?
It's going to be another tough game. We're just going to put our heads down, play hard, physical, football. Offense, they're going to get together, and defense, we just got to game plan hard and physical. That's it.
That has been your DeLorenzo's the Berg player of the game, Walker Murray. Thank you very much. Chris, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ben, and thanks to Walker Murray. Nice job down there, guys. Pennsbury on the wrong end of this one, 24-13, the final. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Rob's Automotive and Collision, BCWSA, Penn Community Bank, Kim Rock of Keller Williams, McCaffrey's Food Markets. This has been the McCaffrey's Game of the Night. St. Mary Medical Center making portions of tonight's game possible. Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, the Pennsbury Education Support Professionals, PNC Bank, the Trentonian, Jammer Doors, DeLorenzo's Pizza, and Walker Murray tonight, our DeLorenzo's Pizza player of the game. Thanks to the Pennsbury Football Parents Club, BAI Security, the Peruzzi Auto Group, Charcoal BYOB, Yardley Family Haircutters, Villa Rosa Pizza, Puss in Boots Tavern, Lower Bucks Hospital, Kramer's Bakery, Junior's Car Wash, Johnson Chiropractic, and Yardley Pharmacy and Supply. We thank all of our community support helping to make tonight's game possible. Thanks to Zach Crane behind the camera, Gus Barber, our video engineer, Ben Goldstein with our post-game interview, Daniel McDevitt, our halftime scoreboard. And thanks to you for being with us here from Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. So next week we hit the road. Falcons will take on CB East. One final time, our score here from Fairless Hills tonight. It was the Central Bucks South Titans 24 and the Pennsbury Falcons 13.